Okay, so this is going to help you know how good you are at sales. And the reason I wanted to do this, there's also, well, let's just go through these questions. These are the questions that will let you know right now how good you are at sales. By the way you answer these questions, you'll have a really good snapshot at you and your sales prowess. So number one, do you have something to sell? And by transformational journey to sell, the reason is because of, remember, it brings you into premium pricing. It brings you into something that you couldn't sell. It's not a click to buy. Transformational journeys are not someone gets a good marketing campaign, runs Facebook ads. Has anyone been advertised to take a Facebook ads course? No? Yeah? I'm like, some of you should be, just from the nature of companies and retargeting ads and being a professional that's self-employed. Yeah, so like Facebook ads into an email funnel, into this and that, like that will not actually land someone in a transformational journey. Good marketing does not end someone click to buy in a transformational journey. It's a one-on-one conversation. All of those effective funnels that start on a Facebook ad will end on the phone. So if you don't have something to sell over the phone, then you would not give yourself a check on that box. Do you believe in the journey you're leading? The reason it's important to believe in it is if you can't believe in it, you can't sell it. I had a salesperson who worked for me years ago, and she started by selling knives. She put herself through college through selling like Ginsu knives, like those like, I don't know what they're manufactured, probably China. Right? But she actually like freaking loved the knives. She loved the knives, so she could sell the knives. So if you don't have conviction around your journey, you're not going to be good at sales. Weekly sales target. You know what your weekly sales target is. How many leads you get yourself in a week? What's your closing rate? What the answer is to key objections. Money and time. How to close on those objections. And finally, could you pass off at least some of your sales process to a sales assistant? So I promised in bullet points for this conversation in our agenda, right? How to know if you need a sales assistant. It's because like all these other boxes are checked and you're like, yep, I know my lead flow. I know how to get people on the phone. I know how to close people on the phone. I know my closing rate. I know the objections and how we handle those objections. And so now I'm ready to pass part of that off. Okay, so rate yourself on where you're at in these, like how are you doing in sales? And maybe that changed competence, incompetence, excellence, genius. And again, like, you just want to know where you're at with stuff. I've been really into barefoot running lately, and I'm an intense person. Some of you know that about me. Some of you don't. So when I do something, I tend to just be like 100% in and just doing it. So I developed Achilles tendonitis I've now figured it out, overstriding barefoot. So I was using the same stride I would use, and I was a runner in high school and college. I was a sprinter. I've had a lot of running training, but all that training was done with like regular trainers, they're called in Europe, and just running shoes, they're called in the United States. And so it's different. Your stride actually changes with barefoot running, but I didn't adjust my stride and I ended up with Achilles tendonitis. Now, I saw someone this morning and I'm like, how bad is it? Like, I think I know how bad it is, but I really want to know so that I can adjust my behavior accordingly. That's what you want to know with how you are at sales. It's like right where you're at so that you can say like, okay, this is where I'm at and this is where I need to improve. So anything you don't have in here, we can help you with yoga health coaching, but anything also we don't have in here, you just need to know this if you're serious about healing your money issues as a healer.